Hello everyone, welcome to ACE online class and this is Narendra. Today we will discuss the very frequently asked question from the chapter profit and loss. Let us begin here. There are two categories, one is the important questions, the other one is frequently asked question. So, the very first question on your board is this, what is this 50 kilometer, Achha, okay, ignore this part, I think by mistake 50 kilometer is mentioned over here. We will ignore everywhere. I think this 50 kilometer is there on the board. Therefore, we will ignore this part. Right, my dear friends. So, I will read the question and then I will give 30 seconds for you to think about the answer. So, the very first part, the profit earned by selling an article for rupees 3420. That means this is selling price is this profit earned. So, this is profit. This is profit and the profit is twice the loss incurred on selling it for rupees 2880. Okay, this is not the profit, this is SP1, this is SP1 and this is SP2. Okay. In the first case there is a profit, in the second case there is a loss and the profit is twice the loss, twice the 2 times of the loss. Okay. So, if the shopkeeper has spent an additional of rupees 120 on repairs before selling, then he would have to sold it at 15% profit, then what will be the selling price? Right, my dear friends. So, there is a shortcut, there is a speed calculation also. So, answer this question, ignore this 50, I think by mistake in all the slides 50 is there. So, just ignore that part and I will give 30 seconds for you to think about it. It is a practice, I am not trying to say, teach something else. So, and in the process you will come to know the best method to answer the question. Okay. You will not only expose the best questions, but also you will expose the best method of answering the question. Okay. So, let me open this. Your 30 seconds is over, I think, right. So, what is the best way and the shortest way to answer this question? The shortest way to answer this question is as this, that is we know this is SP1 and the profit is twice the loss, profit is twice the loss. That means profit and loss ratio, in the first case SP1 there is a profit and in SP2 there is a loss. So, if the profit loss is 1, the profit is 2, twice. That is what is given to us. Okay. Then, if the shopkeeper spends the additional of rupees 120. So, first with these two information I need to find it out what is the cost price. How do we get the cost price? There is very simple method is there. Take the difference between 3420, that is SP1 and the SP2, that is 2880, and look at this one, how much is the difference, this 2 and then 4 and then comes 540. So, that is cost price is equal to 540 divided by this 2 plus 1 3. This will be your CP. It is the shortest method to find out the CP. And you know 18.3 is 54. So, CP, I am sorry, not the CP, this is loss. This is loss. This is the shortest method to get the loss. And there is a selling price here. if you are selling it at 2880, there is a loss of 180, then I will come to the cost price over here. The cost price is equal to, that is 2880 plus 180, and which gives us that 0, 8 to 16 carry 1 and 28 and 1 29. Is that 8 16 carry 1, 9 and 1 10. So, that comes 0 and 3. So, this is what the cost price is. Now, it is said that the shopkeeper has added 120 rupees for repair. So, when I add 120 rupees to this value, I will be getting the cost price, and that final cost price will be 3060 plus 120, that is 3180. So, this is 3180 is your cost price, final cost price. Okay, fine. So, what I need to find it out, what will be the selling price if it is sold at 15% profit. You know that 15% profit, if the profit is 15%, then the selling price will be 100 plus 15, that is 115%, which is nothing but 115 by 100, which is nothing but 23 by 20. So, why not directly write down 23 by 20? So, my required value is this cost price into 23 by 20. That is finally you are getting your answer. Okay. So, what is the answer? Let me finally check with the calculation here. So, as 0 gets cancelled here, so this is 159, and when I multiply 159 by 23, so I will be getting this one as 3927 carry 2, and 15 3 is 45, 45 plus 9 2 is 18, 45, 55 and 63 and 65 carry 6. So, 15 to 30 plus 6, which is 36. This is the shorter way to calculate the figure. So, finally, my answer is 3657. See that this is what the information you are not supposed to write. This I only wrote it for your reference. The one which I wrote here is only the reference. The only thing you are going to write is this part. Hope you understood, and let me oh, I did not give the 30-second to you. Okay. Anyhow, just move on from this question, that is 3657, option choice B. Moving on to the next question over here. So, ignore this 50k, I think it is there in kilometer, is there in every slide by mistake. So, let us move on to the question over here. What is the question? A person sells his goods at 30% profit. Fine, the statement is neat and clear. And if it is a conditional word, if the cost price increases by 25% and the selling price increases by 10%, then what will be his new profit percentage? Very frequently asked question in the examination. Alright, my dear friends. So, let us take your 30-second, and then I will answer this question. If anyone can answer the question, it is well and good. If not, you will learn it the best method to answer it. Come on. After 30 seconds, I will discuss what is the best way to answer this question. I think the 30-second is over. So, look at the way the question to be answered. Here, if the cost price is 100, what will be the selling price? It is said that if it is a 30% profit in the initial stage. So, the selling price will be 130. There is the case 1. Now, coming to case 2, if the cost price is increased by 25%, that means the CP is 125 and the selling price is increased by 10%. This is what the old selling price, 10% of this is 13. So, 130 plus 13, which is 143. This is case 2. In that case, it says what is the profit percentage. If anyone can answer it, it is fine, or else I am answering this question. So, look at this one. This is your new CP, this is your new SP, and I can clearly notice that there is a profit of 18 over 125. What is your profit percentage? That means, in other word, 18 is what percentage of 125? Is that we are talking of? Fine. So, let us cancel this one, as I am calculating the percentage. Cancel this one with 25, that is 4 times, with 25 this is 5 times, 18 4, that comes 72, divided by 5, that comes 14.4 percentage. Let me write it in white. So, final figure I get this as 14.4 percentage. That is the answer. Okay. So, do we have any option? Yeah, I can see. Option choice C, 14.4%. Hope this method you understood it. I am moving on to the next question, and the next question option C, that is 14.4%. Moving on to the next question here. So, as I said, by mistake this figure is there in all the slide, ignore it. Now, coming over here, a shopkeeper sells an article at 20% profit. That is fine. It is again a conditional. If he bought the article at 10% less, this time 10% less, and sold it for rupees 18 more. So, here the value is there, and all the other case there is a percentage. So, in the previous case we have taken as CP as 100, but here the value is mentioned. Therefore, I need to take the CP as 100x. Okay. If the selling price is 100 more than the previous selling price, he would have made 40% profit. What is the original cost price of the article? Try this, my dear friends, and if you can answer the question, answer it, or else I will give you the best method to answer this question. And very frequently the question like this comes. It is similar to the previous question, but here the value is there. Therefore, I have to take the CP as 100x. Come on, some smart people are there who are either watching the video or they will watch later on. $30 is yours, 30 is over from my side. So, let us look at this one. How do we deal this question? As I said that here the value is there, therefore, instead of taking in the previous question, we have taken the CP as 100, but because everything was in percentage. Now, here as the value is given here 18, so I will take this as rupees 18. So, I will take the CP as 100x. Then what will be your SP? The SP will be, that is 20% profit, that comes 120x. Okay. Now, giving the effect of the case that if CP is 10% less, so that means this will become 90x, and the selling price is 18 more. Because of this value 18, I am taking everything in the form of x. So, that is 18 more, 120x plus 18. What is 120x? The previous selling price. Now plus 18 means 18 rupees more. In that case, there will be a profit of 40%. He is making a profit of 40%. So, what does it mean? This is 140% of selling price is 140% of cost price. So, what is the question? What is the original price of the article? So, when I know 140%, can I find out what is the value of x? So, let us take the difference of these two. What is the difference? What is the profit? What is the profit from here to here? This is the cost price, this is selling price. So, the difference is your profit. Am I right over here? Okay. The difference is the profit. So, what is the difference over here? The difference is 120. How much is the difference? Here it is 120 plus x is the new selling price. So, 140% of 90x. What is 40% of 90x? Because this is 100%, what is 40%? So, 90's 40% is nothing but 90 into 0.4, and that comes 9436. So, there is 36x is the profit, 40% profit. So, what is the total here? 90x plus 136x, that comes 126x, and 126x is equal to this is the value given, this is 120x plus 18. Now, please tell me, if 126x is equal to 120x plus 18, so this 18 will represent what? How many x? Then obviously the difference between these two, which is 6x. So, I know that 6x is equal to 18, therefore, x is equal to 6. In a competitive exam, we do not write the things step by step, right. So, 6x is equal to 18, therefore, the x is equal to 3. You are asked to find out that what is the original cost price. The original cost price is 100x, where x is 3, therefore, 100x is equal to 300. That should be your answer. This is 300. That's your answer. Do you have any option 300? Look at this one, option choice C. That's your answer. So, with the minimum writing, we need to try to answer the questions, and that is the reason we do not write like in school days or college days, we write everything step by step. In a competitive exam, do not write it. As much as possible, you try to calculate mentally, that is 126x is equal to 120x plus 18, the difference is 6x. So, 6x is 18, then x is 3, then 100x is equal to 300x, 100x is equal to 300. Come on my dear friends, we will move on to the next question, and your next question is very simple. As I said that ignore this 50 kilometer, which is by mistake is there in every slide. Now, coming to the question part here, what is the question? The question says a watch is sold at 5% loss. Okay. If the cost price had been 20% more and the selling price is rupees 115 less, there would have been 40% loss. What is the cost price? Similar to the previous one, in the previous one there is a profit, here there is a loss. In the previous case, there is a profit, 40% profit. Here the value is there, 118 more. So, here it says that if the selling price would have been 115 less, then there would have been a loss of 40%. What is the cost price? So, shall I take the CP as 100 or 100x? As here the value is given 115, therefore, I will take the cost price as 100x. Come on my dear friends, and take that 30 seconds for you to answer the question. Okay, Caroline, x is equal to 3, that's right, Mr. Caroline. Very good evening, Mr. Caroline. And so is Manu. Very good evening, madam. And answer this question, just consider it as a practice. Okay, and you will come to know the best way of answering the question, and most importantly, the question which I am discussing is frequently asked question in the exam. Okay, so Caroline can respond, Manu can respond. Let me see, give you the best method to answer the question here. Now, coming to the same format, we have CP, we have SP. Now, as here the selling price is 115 less, rupees 115. Therefore, I will take the cost price as 100x, because here we have a value, not the percentage. So, in the first case there is a loss of 5%, that means the selling price is 95x. Okay. Now, let us come to the second condition or the second case, that is if it is a conditional, then cost price is 20% more, then it is become 120x and the selling price is 115 rupees less. So, 95x minus 115 selling price. In that case, there will be a loss of 60%, 40%. If there is a loss of 40%, here I want to bring it in your notice that if there is a loss of 40%, that means the selling price will be 100 minus 40, that is 60% of the cost price. So, the given value is 60% of the cost price. What is the cost price in the case 2? 120. What is 60% of 120? That comes 72, 12 6 72. So, given to us is 72x which is equal to 95x minus 115. Anyone has responded? Okay, Caroline, you are saying that 500 is CP. Let me check, the time is over. So, 500, that option 1 you are saying. Yeah, that's right. It's a good speed, sir. So, here I will cancel this one, and that is, if I cancel this part, I notice that this 3 and 2, 23. So, that is 23x is equal to 115. Then what is x? So, it gets cancelled over here, and the x is equal to, I am just writing again here, but you do not write in your rough book. You are repeating the same thing, x you are writing, again you are writing x. I can clearly see that it is going 5 times. So, why to write over here? So, simply write down 5 over here, that is over. So, x is equal to 5. Once x is equal to 5, I need to find out the original cost price, which is 100x, that is 500. Finally, my answer here is 500, and Caroline, you have rightly answered the question. Well done. I am moving on to the next question, which is this, and please ignore this 50 km, by default it is there in every slide. So, Caroline, see that if you can answer this one, a watch which is sold at a profit of 20%. If it is a conditional, if both the cost price and the selling price is reduced by 100. In both the cases, the prices is reducing by rupees 100. So, I need to take the cost price as 100x. Okay. Then the profit would have been 5% more. In the previous question, profit loss would have been 40% or the profit would have been 20%, but here it is saying that the profit would have been 5% more. So, all three are of almost the same type of question, but with a small variation. So, what is the question? Find the original cost price of the watch. In all the previous question also we have worked out original cost price. Take your 30 seconds and answer the question. Answer the question, Caroline. Manu, if you can answer it, try to answer the question. These are the very good questions, and previously it was there either in RRB or in SSC or in banking. Come on, try to answer this one. Here you are working on a beautiful question which will help you. Okay, thank you, Caroline. Which will help you to understand the whole concept here. Okay, the time is up. Let me start. In the meanwhile, if you get the answer, please let us know. Let me know by your comment. So, here I notice that the cost price is if 100x. What is the new cost price? I will write down on the same row. The new cost price is 100 less, that is 100x minus 100. Why I am taking in the form of x 100x cost price, which I discussed earlier. Here the value is given rupees 100. So, therefore, I have to take that 100x. If percentage would have been there, I would have been taken 100. Okay. Coming to the selling price over here, the selling price in the previous case was 20%. So, that is 120x, because the cost price is 100x, 20% profit. Then what is happening? The profit percentage is 5% more. So, when you are saying 5%, what is your selling price? Selling price is 100x minus 100, okay, 120x, 120x minus 100. This is case 2. This is case 1 and this is case 2. And here the profit is increased by, in the second case, the profit is increased by, P is increased by 5%. Previously the profit was 20%. Now, presently the profit is 5% more, that is 25%. This is the profit. That means the selling price is 125%, which is nothing but 125 by 100 and which is 5 by 4. So, I am going to use this figure 5 by 4. Selling price is the 5/4 of the cost price. So, come on my dear friends, take your option D. Option D. Caroline has already answered it and he was answered the previous question also correctly. Very good. Let me check whether Caroline is right or not. Option D. Yes, that is right, Caroline. So, it indicates that you have the good practice. Very good. In every chapter of every subject, if we are on the same page, obviously we can defeat our competitor. Okay. So, now this is what the selling price is, and the selling price is 125% of the cost price. So, what is the cost price? 120x. So, 100 and this is what the selling price is. So, if I go for 100, if the selling price is reduced by 100, Okay, this is what the new selling price. This is what the new selling price, and this is what the old selling price. So, the profit is increasing by 5%. This means this is 125% of the previous one. So, let us write down this one as 100x minus 100. So, if I take the 5/4 of this, then I will be getting this one as 120x minus 100, this value. By solving this, we will get that, and in the examination do not try to solve right step by step. Here I can clearly see that 400x over here, and here it is 400. Okay, you are multiplying by 5, fine. So, this is 500 x minus 500, and the 4 will go over here. So, 480 x minus 400. Now, when I compare the left side and right hand side, you clearly notice that here these two gets cancelled, and I am getting 20x, which is equal to this goes on the other side 100. Therefore, x is equal to 5. What is my requirement? 100x. So, 100x is equal to 500. Write as much less as possible, and that should be there in the practice itself. Well done, Coraline. Well done, sir. I do not know whether Manu understood this or not. I am sure she must be understanding this. Moving on to the next question, which is here. Okay. What is this question? Let me read it out. Try to answer as many type of questions as possible. Your understanding, concept understanding will increase, your practice will also increase. The moment you read the question in the examination, you can quickly understand that what are the steps to be taken to get the solution. Let us come over here. Now, you can see that Arvind bought an article for rupees X, fine. Now, he sold it to Biru at a loss of 15%, and the Biru spent rupees 126 as in transportation and sold it to Meenu at a profit of 25%. If the Meenu bought, that means cost price of Meenu is 1475, then find the value of X. So, this is a very stereotypic question, but there is a small change over here that Biru has spent rupees 126 and then sold it to Meenu. Here there is a small twist in the question, but I am sure that Coraline will be able to answer this question, but still see 30 seconds. You know the RRB, SSC banking exams all are about the speed and accuracy, of course. Come on, this 30 seconds is yours. $30 is over. So, I will be answering the question. In the meanwhile, you please try it, and if you answer the question before I finally show you the solution answer, I will check the comment, and especially from Coraline. Now, I do not know what the X value is, but what is given to us already is this, that is X, and it is sold to Biru at 15% profit. That means it has become 115%. That means which is 23 by 20, 15% loss, not profit, it is a loss. That means 85%, and 85% is nothing but 17 by 20. So, X into 17 by 20. This is the cost price of Biru. and then what the bureau did, he spent rupees 125 on it. So, add 126. So, whatever now comes is the cost price of final cost price of bureau, and he sells it to Miru and gets a profit of what percentage? 25% profit. 25% profit means 125%, which is nothing but 5/4. So, if I take the 5/4 of this, then I am getting the selling price of Biru, which is the cost price of Meenu, and which is given to us as 1475. This is what the equation is directly given to us, but you have to take a little care here that there is a loss of 15%. So, therefore, 85/100, 17/20, and he spends rupees 126 in a transportation, then he sells. So, this addition, there is a small twist here. After adding this value, then you add the 25% profit, that is 125%, which is 5/4, and that gives the selling price. From here onwards, I am sure some of you will be able to answer the question. Will you try this? The rest part is calculation only, and it will, if I do the calculation, my speed will increase, but I want you to do the calculation because your speed has to be increased in the examination. And Caroline has already answered the question, and he says A. For the past 3 questions, he continuously answering the question, and which are correct. The last 2 were correct. Let me check A is correct or not. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Look at, if you keep calculating, Caroline, doing the calculations, the dealing with this kind of small twisting, I am sure in the examinations, the small twisting you can handle it very efficiently. So, let me cancel it now. What I am going to do over here is, let us cancel this part first. So, that is 5 to 10, 5 9 is 45, 5 9 is 45, and 5 5 is 25, I think. 5 5 is 25 and multiply by 4. So, 4 5 is 20, carry 2, 4 9 36 plus 2 38, carry 3, 4 2 8 plus 3, which is 11. So, that way I get this 1180. Now, now the bracket is open. So, take this 126 on the other side, it will become minus. So, that will come 1000 and minus 26 there. So, if I take 30, that is 50 plus 4, 54. So, 1054. So, now I get this x into 17/20 is equal to 1054. Let us check that this number is getting cancelled by 17 or not. Okay. Coming over here with 17, how many times? I noticed that 6 times, 102, fine, and 102, I left with 34, that is 2, and then multiply by 20, you will be getting 1, this is 4 and 12, 124, that is all. Do not write too many steps, as I think probably Caroline is doing the same thing, not writing too many steps like school exams. So, x is equal to 124. What is my requirement is 124 followed by 10 is there. What is my requirement? Find the value of x. Did I missed any 0 over here? There is 5 multiplied by this, and this comes, what I need to find out? Find the value of x. So, the value of x should not be 124, acha 1240. if I multiply cancel this by 17 and multiplying by 20, okay, that is right, 1240. Well done, well done sir. Multiplying by 20, Caroline rightly said. I only multiplied by 2, not by 20. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next question here, and please ignore this. By default on the all the slide, the 50 is mentioned here. Okay. Now, there is a question. Chandrasekhar sold 12 identical article for a total of rupees 420, Mr. Caroline. 12 article. The total cost sold. So, 12 article selling price is 420. Now, incurring a loss which is equal to cost price of 7 such article. The loss is given in terms of percentage? No, in terms of number of article. Very frequently asked question this one. The cost price of one such article is, here it is saying cost price, whereas here it is given selling price, and the article loss is given in terms of article, 7 article. Right, my dear friend, try to answer it. Try to answer it, whoever it is, 1%, 100%, it does not matter. Let us try this one, and whoever will watch later on, please try your own. It is not magically your speed will increase in the examination. See that Caroline again has answered, and he says that option D. 30 seconds is over, but in less than 30 seconds he answered the question. Let me check his answer, and that is D, D for Delhi, 35. Okay, is it 84? Okay, it's okay, Mr. Caroline. You will be learning how to answer the question. It is given to us as selling price of 12 article. We know the selling price is equal to, in case of loss, in case of loss, cost price plus loss. We know the general relation between the selling price, cost price and loss. Okay. So, here 12 article selling price will be equal to 12 article cost price plus loss. And what is that loss? 7 article cost price. So, 7 CP. This is my final step. If you come to this step correctly, with this relation, the basic relation, selling price is equal to cost price plus loss. 12 article selling price is equal to 12 article cost price plus loss, which is 7 article cost price. Okay. Now, you can see that 12 plus 7, that comes 19. So, this value comes right hand side comes 19 CP. So, what is SP by CP? Can I get that part? The SP by okay, 440 incur a loss of equal to the cost price of 7 such article. So, 19. So, what is SP by CP? So, SP by CP. So, bring the CP over here. You will be getting 19 by 12. 19 by 12. So, SP and CP are in this ratio. Okay. Selling price is equal to cost price minus loss. Why I made a mistake over here? I am extremely sorry. In case of loss, selling price is equal to cost price minus loss, because in case of loss, selling price will be less than cost price. So, what is selling price? Selling price is equal to cost price minus loss. By mistake I wrote it plus loss. I am extremely sorry for this. Caroline, please try to answer it now. I made a mistake. My dear friend, I made a mistake here. So, here minus 7p and that comes 5 over here, 5 Cp. So, 12 minus 7, that is 5 Cp. So, Sp by Cp is equal to 5 by 12, 5 by 12. Okay. So, what I need to do it here is, if I know the Sp, I can find out Cp, because I know the Sp to Cp ratio. If I know the Cp, I can find out Sp. So, what is the selling price of one article? This is he is sold. So, I can divide this 420 by 12. I will be getting the selling price of one article. That is how many parts? 5 parts. I need the cost price of one article. What is the cost price of one article? So, I can find out 12 parts. Look at this one. What is the selling price of one article? So, I will be writing over here, the selling price of one article is 420 divided by how many articles here? 12. So, this is Sp and the Sp is 5 parts. So, this is 5 part. I need 12 parts. Now, just take the 12 parts, whereas 5 parts is given to you. Okay. So, yes, Mr. Caroline, you have rightly said, sir. It is 84, option choice A. That is good. So, sometimes the slip happens, not to worry. So, that is 8 and 4, 84 is the answer. Shall I go to the next question? Let us take this. And as I requested, ignore this 50 km, by default it is there in all slide. Now, here is the question, that someone buys two Samsung phone and 3 MI phone for rupees 40,200. That is 2 Samsung and 3 MI. He sells the Samsung phone at 10% profit and MI at higher profit, 20% profit. Okay. Then her total profit is 5640. The cost price of the MI phone is, what is the cost price of one MI phone? I think it should be one MI phone, because cost price of the MI phone. So, what is cost price of one MI phone? Think of it, my dear friend. Take your 30 seconds, and if you know, it is a revision for you. If you do not know how to answer, then it is a learning for you, and it is the previously asked question in RRB. Okay. Come on, my dear good friends, in coming days I wish you should get the job as earliest as possible. Okay. I will go the clue. This question, when I saw, I thought I should discuss this question definitely, because it is not in a very general pattern. Here it says, for Samsung phone I will take S and MI phone I will take M. So, here it says Sarita buys, it is a cost price of 2S, given to us is 2S plus 3 MI phone, that is 3M. That cost price is given to us as 40,200, and it is said that the Samsung phone were sold at 10% profit. So, that means 0.1, 10% is 0.1. How many Samsung phones are there? 2 Samsung phones are there. When I multiply this by 2, I will be getting that 0.2. So, we have another equation 0.2s plus that MI phone 20% profit. So, in one phone if 20% profit 0.2, then in 3 phones it should be 0.6. So, here it is 0.6 m, which is equal to, what is the total profit? 5640. 5640. Let me see if anyone answered it. So, look at these two equations. Look at these two equations. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Can I form the equation 3 by dividing this entire equation by 10? It is become 0.2s, here it is 0.2s, it will get cancelled and I will be left with m only, mi only. Okay? Okay. So, in the meanwhile, if you get the answer, please do that. I am dividing the equation 1 by 10, so that I will get over here is 0.2s plus 0.3 m, which is equal to 4020, and I will now use this equation 2 and 3 to cancel s and get the value of m. Oh wow, wow. Caroline has once again answered the question and he has continuously keep answering the questions one after another, and almost every question he answered correctly. You are doing well, my dear friend. Let us check your answer here. Is it option A 5400? Yeah, that is right. That is right. So, okay. So, when I cancel this one, you notice that when I subtract, this gets cancelled here. I get 0.3 m is equal to, that is 0261. Is that? So, what is m? Place 1 0 and divide it by 3. So, the m is equal to that is 3515 and 3412 and 2 more zeros. Rightly answered, Caroline. So, it is a practice, right. One sometimes you cannot go with the formulaic approach because this was a previous year question. So, you have to keep in mind that can the questions be solved by framing equation. So, the next class is my next current affairs faculty. So, we will discuss one more question here and after that we will conclude, because from 6 o'clock we have the current affairs. Now, ignore this and allow me to read the question here. A person sells a table at a profit of 12.5. We know the fraction of this is 1 by 8. And the chair at a loss of 8.33. We know the fraction of this is 1 by 12, 8.33. Now, on the whole gains rupees 25 on the whole. On the other hand, if it is a condition, if he sells the table at a loss of 8.33, that means 1 by 12, and the chair at a profit of 1 by 8, then neither gain nor loss. Find the cost price of the table. Okay. The second one is very helpful. I can take the table as T and the chair as C. Come on, my dear friend, try to answer it, or else anyhow I will be giving you the best possible solution. And this will be the last question. As I said that the next will be the current affairs class. Okay. Still time is there at your end. 13, 12. But I really appreciate Caroline has done a lot of practice. So, if we keep doing it for couple of months, I am sure all the coming examinations your perfection will increase, speed of calculation will increase, your concept understanding instantly will increase. Okay. Now, let me answer the question now, and if you get the answer, Caroline, please answer it. Here that table at a profit of 12.5%. So, 12.5% that is 1 by 8. So, 1 by 8 of T plus total profit is given to us is 25. There is a loss there. So, not plus, here it is minus, because there is a loss, minus. So, 1/12 of chair, 1/12 of chair, which is equal to 25 is given to us. And we also have one more information, that the table at a loss of 1 by 12. So, 1/12 of table, this loss and this profit, in this case there is neither gain nor loss. That means, whatever you are gaining in one item, you are losing in another item, and whatever you are gaining losing in one item, you are gaining in another item. So, which is equal to 1/8 of chair, 1/8 of chair. So, here I clearly notice that with 4 this is 2 times and this is 3 times. So, what is your table by chair ratio? That is 3 by 2, that comes. Okay. Now, I will consider this as 3x and 2x. Now, it has become value. Now, I replace this t with 3x and c with 2x. I will get the x value, and once I get the x value, I need to find it out. Find the cost price of the table. Cost price of the table is 2x. I can find it out. Let me see that Caroline answered it. Okay. Now, here is the final solution. So, I am replacing the t and c value over here. So, that is 3x by 8, 3x by 8 minus, so that is c which is 2x, 2x by 12, that is 2 and 12 get cancelled, that is 1 by 6. So, 1 by 6x I will directly write minus 1 by 6x or x by 6, which is equal to 25 is given to us. I can find the x value. Did you get the answer? Okay. Anyhow, I will get the x value over here, and that is nothing but the LCM is 24. Here this is 3 times 9x minus this is 4 times 4x. So, which is equal to 25. So, let me correct this one. It is not 45. This is x. So, what is the difference? The difference is 5x. So, cancel this over here. This is 5 times. So, 24 into 5, that is 120. So, therefore, I can say that x is equal to 120. But what is my requirement according to question? It says that find the cost price of the table. Anyone answered it? Okay. Now, the cost price of the table, that is a t, which is 3x, and the 3x will be equal to 360. This is my answer. So, where is 360? Option A. So, that's all, my dear friend. There are so many other questions are there I wanted to discuss, but from 6 o'clock current affairs class is there. So, I conclude the class here. So, wish you all the best to all of you, and thank you very much.